Rick and I were on our way to brunch together in Boston, and I asked him how Mikey is, how the wedding prep was going, and Rick said what I think says the most about these two. He said, Mikey's just perfect. That hit me because I believe that the little things in life and in love mean the most. That pause. It was that moment of contemplation and of emphasis that said it better than any word ever could. And this guy truly loves this girl with everything in him. While I know that Rick is in good hands, I think you both are so lucky to have one another. Now, I know that love will always be there for you both.
They met on a weekend in Las Vegas. She didn't think that it would go very far, but he ended up living in Washington, D.C. area, and that's where I actually live. And she went back home to the Philadelphia area. He made an effort to come visit her as often as he could. And he just showed that he was very interested and very serious about her and gave her no question as to his intention.
We all know that Rick and Mikey met in Vegas, but what you don't know is that Mikey almost didn't go on that fateful trip. The morning that we were supposed to leave, I found my sister upset in her room, saying she wasn't going to leave. Being the good big sister that I am, I sat there and I convinced her to go. Well, Mikey, good thing you went.
When Rick and Mikey first started dating, I remember Mikey asking me, "This is too good to be true, right?" And that's because not all men are cut from the same cloth as Rick. From the beginning, he would dote on Mikey, and he has not let up to this very day. 4 weeks into dating, he was showing up at her house, surprising her with gifts and her ever-important coffee before night shift. Sometimes he would just stop in to say hi before or after work because he hadn't seen her in a few days. And I couldn't be happier that Mikey has found someone equally as amazing as her. As a biased best friend, that is truly an impossible task, but Rick has stepped up to the plate.
You were not born with a golden spoon, and sometimes you were really dealt a tough hand, but it has not slowed you down because, fuck, look at this room, man. The scrawny, nerdy little Poindexter little dick. You and I were the least popular guys in middle school, and because no one else wanted to be seen with us, we became best friends. For 15 years, I've seen you line them up and knock them down, and I couldn't be prouder to call you my best friend and to make this speech as the best man on your wedding day.
His card this morning said something about choosing her. He would choose her yesterday, he would choose her today, he would choose her again tomorrow. You know, marriage isn't all fairy tales and rainbows, but they get to choose happiness, they get to choose each other, they get to choose love, and they're doing that. And so I'm happy that they're making that commitment to each other.
Was talking to Rick about Mikey, and they had been dating for a few months. And I said, well, how's it going with Mikey? And he said, she's just a beautiful girl and a sweet girl. And he said, she's the one. And he said, I need to get off my butt and propose to her because she's the one. And I'm sure she's the one. So I'm gonna do something about it.
Planned out a very elaborate proposal. It was Mikey's 30th birthday coming up, and he surprised her with a trip to Paris.
No, it's a photo book of our engagement. Mikey, I promise I will love you for who you are and help you to become all that you can be. I promise to be patient and understanding. I will give you all my closet space. I promise to listen, especially when you simply need to vent. I promise to love you in good times and in bad with all that I have to give. I will make sure there is always coffee. I promise to give you the best of myself and to ask of you no more than you can give. Today I give you all that I am and all that I have. I choose you today and I would choose you again tomorrow. I would go on choosing you the day after and every day for the rest of our lives. You are my once in a lifetime. I love you.
The universe unfolded so precisely for us to meet when we did. I remember the feeling I had when I met you. You were smiling, kind, and cheerful. Even after we parted ways, I remember thinking what a good guy you seemed to be. You were good in the most genuine way. You've always let me be unapologetically myself, without hesitation. There is no greater feeling of comfort than knowing you love me for me. I am so honored and humbled that you've chosen me to be the person to stand with you through all of life's adventures. I am so incredibly proud to be your wife. I promise to stand by you always. Life will come with challenges, but my promise to you is we will never go through them alone. I promise that our sunny days will always outlast the thunderstorms, that we'll never be too busy to chase the sunsets. I promise that every day I will choose to put you first. I promise to love you with intention, fiercely, wholeheartedly, and unconditionally. From this day forward, you will never be alone. You will always be loved. There are not enough words to describe how much you mean to me. But quite simply, you are my favorite reason for waking up each morning and what I am most thankful for when I go to sleep each night. You are life's most precious gift to me. You are my great love. You are my person. I love you mostest. Mikey. She got me.
Oh, should I take my time? I love you. I'm so happy for you. No, you made up already. I'm sure Rick will make you so happy.
It's true, something began in Las Vegas. Now, little by little, and the connection would grow, a friendship would form, a love would unfold, and two people would invite us today to witness their desire to say before God and us and the world, we are one. You are the light of the world. A city set on a mountain cannot be hidden, nor do they light a lamp and then put it under a bushel basket. It is set on a lampstand where it gives light to all in the house.
I, Richard,
To you, Micaela,
take you, Micaela,
to be my wife.
to be my wife.
I promise to be true to you
I promise to be true to you
in good times and in bad,
in good times and in bad,
in sickness and in health.
in sickness and in health.
I will love you and honor you
I will love you and honor you
all the days of my life.
all the days of my life.
Richard,
I, Micaela, take you, Richard,
to be my husband.
to be my husband.
I promise to be true to you
I promise to be true to you
in good times and in bad,
in good times and in bad,
in sickness and in health.
in sickness and in health.
I will love you and honor you
I will love you and honor you
all the days of my life.
all the days of my life.
It was so solemn in the church. It was really, really, I feel like it's almost not real.
I present to you as husband and wife, Micaela and Richard. They may now and they must kiss one another.
Today is like, it's almost like magical. It's almost like a dream, you know?
Mikey is a little jar of sunshine. She just exudes love and happiness and optimism, and she just wants everyone to feel that love. And so she's the kindest person I've ever met.
She's just very generous. And she gives herself 100% to everybody. Rick is such a very caring person. And he is very, very loving and also very generous, very understanding.
Rick is the most selfless, giving, loving person, and he's the perfect complement to Mikey.
Mikey's magnetic personality just attracts close friends. She has this ability to develop genuine, unique, and deep connections with people. While my words probably can't do this justice, if you have gotten to know Mikey, then you've experienced this. These close relationships span across every phase of her life. Her sister and her cousins since birth, friends from grade school, yours truly, high school, and even professional friends she met throughout her career. I am sure each of them can attest that no matter what the phase, Mikey makes you feel like you've known her entire life.
I just want to say, Rick, I'm so proud of you, and I'm so happy that you found such a wonderful girl. There's not a lot of them out there, and I wish you many, many years of happiness and children and grandchildren. And I love you.
When I first met Mikey at the shore, Rick was nervous. He wanted Heidi and me to meet her and to like her, which in retrospect was kind of laughable. I mean, that was just so easy. Mikey, who doesn't like you? But at that moment, seeing Rick nervous, barely able to sit still, waiting for us all to meet, I knew she was special to him.
One of the hardest things for me to do is thinking about walking my daughter down the aisle and giving her away to somebody who I've known as a wine guy. But listen, guys, I've known Rick for some time now, and he's one of the nicest person I've met. Mikey, ever since he was little, everybody seems to be drawn to her. She makes friends with anybody, and she keeps her friends. It's evident for the number of people around here.
Growing up, our parents told me that my job was to look after my little sister. So Rick, I ask that you now take care of my sister, and it's now your turn.
You can't force or fake this kind of love. It's there, and you can feel it in the room. It's vibrant and energetic and just so full of life. The love that they have for each other, it reflects on everybody else, and it just makes everybody else want to feel that love.
They're two beautiful people and with good hearts and everything. They have big love to give, both of them. And they're just so caring for each other.
I couldn't have doubted my daughter because she met the guy who I know that will make her happy, safe, faithful, and would take care of her.
Although I don't know Rick's family as well as Mikey's, what I do know is that you do not raise such a generous, thoughtful, positive, and driven young man without being raised and surrounded by a supportive family. Mikey and Rick have been through challenges that some couples may never experience, and others experience well into their later decades of life. Nevertheless, they have handled these obstacles with such grace and fortitude that I already know nothing can shake the foundation that they have built.
You're a scrapper, and time again, you come out of the darkness and find light. Mikey, I see you today as that light. The thing that has made the greatest impression on me is your light, your gorgeous, blinding, fierce smile. Mikey, I honor your strength and power, and I raise my glass to your light, and I couldn't be happier to see my best friend with you.
I am so glad that they didn't follow that kind of public line that, you know, what happens in Las Vegas stays in Las Vegas. You know what I'm talking about, amen. Hallelujah.